What's up, family, and welcome back to another episode of the Melanin Wellness Podcast, your space for unfiltered wellness, a whole lot of healing, and the occasional, why didn't anybody tell me about this before? I'm your host, Cori, and today we're diving a little deeper into a topic that half the population deals with, and the other half, realistically, should understand a little bit better, and that is your menstrual cycle. So all month long, I have dedicated it to women's reproductive health, whether we were talking about cycle syncing or period equity, or even certain types of cancers that affect women. We have dedicated it to women's reproductive health and helping us to get to know our bodies a little bit better. These are lots of things that nobody told us, as we grew. But when you know better, you do better, right? And so we're going to finish off the month with today's episode. And today's episode is titled No More Monthly Mayhem, the lifestyle fix for happier cycles, right? And trust me, everybody wants a happier cycle because that can be one of the most miserable times for a woman, but it doesn't have to be. Cramps, mood swings, cravings, and bloating so much that you are layering your sweatsuits in 90-degree weather like you're cutting weight for a fight does not have to be your normal, okay? So we're going to continue learning how to work with your body instead of feeling like you are in a monthly WEE match with them. Like, we are not going to keep doing this, right? And of course, I'll be sharing one of my favorite herbal tea blends that I swear by. Yes, sis, I am talking about that time of the Stick around and we'll talk about why it's giving cozy, calm, and cramp-free vibes. So grab your tea, your journal, or your heating pad if you're listening in real time or watching in real time, and let's get into it. All right, family, let's get one thing straight. Your period is not your enemy, despite what we've been taught, early on in your life. The only thing I ever heard about cycles was just that it was just the most miserable time, right? But if you look at it in this way and understand that it's actually a built-in report card that tells you what's going on inside your body. So painful periods, extreme fatigue, or being an emotional wreck every single month, that's your body waving a red flag like, girl, we need to talk. And I can say this from experience. I had always had very heavy cycles, and my body was definitely telling me some things, okay? Without getting too much into detail of my personals, my body was definitely telling me some things. And once I addressed those things, it's been heaven ever since. So let's reframe how we look at our cycles. Your menstrual cycle is actually feedback from your body on the inside. And PMS is a whisper that something is off, not necessarily a sentence that you are having to serve. So we're not going to just slap a heating pad on the problem. We're going to fix it from the inside out. So let's get started. Now, here's what's wild. Small lifestyle changes can lead to major relief. So today I'm going to give you 6 powerful steps that can help you kiss that monthly mayhem goodbye. Number 1, learn how to balance your blood sugar like a boss. Blood sugar crashes can crank up the inflammation, worsen cramps, and make PMS symptoms far more intense, almost intolerable. So instead, let's do this. Start your day with a high-protein breakfast. Think eggs, turkey sausage, or a smoothie with some protein, some fiber, and some healthy fats. One of my favorite high-protein meals is a ground turkey omelet. It is absolutely incredible. It tastes incredible, and it gives me this full feeling, and I can definitely feel the difference from the inside out. I will share that little recipe in the show notes. It's very simple to make, and you will see a huge difference. Avoid skipping meals, especially the week before your period. Now, I know we all get busy, and I'm guilty of skipping meals. Y'all, we are not even going to go there, okay? I've already discussed this foolishness. We're not going to go there. But skipping meals also contribute to blood sugar spikes. Also, limit sugar. And I know it's hard during this time of month, but even just that one cookie can spike and crash your blood sugar faster than your last situationship. We ain't about to go there. We're moving on to step 2. Step 2 is learn how to sync your workouts to your cycle. Now, we talked about this in Cycle Syncing 101. That was a couple of episodes back. And it's important to understand that your energy changes throughout the month. So if you're dragging yourself through a HIIT workout when your body actually is calling for something low and slow like yoga, that's going to be a no for me, dog. We are not doing that. So again, the few episodes ago, we talked about the various phases of our cycles and the best types of foods and exercises that work best. So if you missed it, I'm definitely going to leave that link in the description box for those who are watching us over on YouTube, and in the show notes for our family that are listening to the audio. So instead of trying to power through, try this instead. So understand that the menstrual phase, which is days 1 through 5, is often calling for total rest, and that's okay. If you feel up to it, just try some gentle stretching. It doesn't have to even be a coordinated or sequenced type of thing. Just some gentle stretching to give that body that little bit of movement will be so instrumental. And again, if your body is just like, girl, no, I ain't doing none of that, rest is perfectly fine. Then in the follicular phase, which is days 6 through 14, you're going to have higher energy levels. So you can try strength training, spin class, or if you're adventurous, sign up for that pole class that you love so much. The ovulatory phase, which are days 15 to 17. Listen, on those 2 days, you feel like you are running the absolute world. Confidence is at an all-time high. And so our workouts are almost Olympic level because we're going so hard. And finally, the luteal phase, which are days 15 to 28. This is the longest phase. Go lighter. So strengthening exercises like Pilates, speed walking, yoga, or even a dance flow is nice on those days because they are still keeping you active, but they are not so heavy lift that you are trying to power through something your body is absolutely not having. Listening to your body isn't being lazy, y'all. It's being in tune. And that's what we always want to do. Step 3. Let's talk about magnesium. Magnesium is a supplement that many of us are deficient in and don't even realize it. Most people have a magnesium deficiency in their diets. But during your period, it's going to be your absolute BFF. Because magnesium is a period superhero. It calms the muscles. It calms down muscle spasms. It reduces cramping. It chills out your nervous system. And it even helps to curb those chocolate cravings. Like me, y'all, I hate chocolate. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. I'm probably one of the only women on the planet who hates chocolate. I will do dark chocolate from time to time. But I don't want milk chocolate. It just doesn't taste good to me. But that's just me. That's just me. Do you? So your food sources during this time are going to be your leafy greens. And I think we talked about it. There are a lot of leafy greens that contain high levels of iron as well as high levels of magnesium. So your leafy greens are going to be one of your best friends during your cycle. Pumpkin seeds, that dark chocolate. Dark chocolate has flavonoids in it. So it's amazing for this time of month. And avocados, which is a healthy fat. And we talked about that before on the show. And as a bonus, consider a magnesium glycinate supplement only if your doctor says, hey, that's okay. Because remember, everybody has something different going on when it comes to their health and wellness. And so if you're taking some other kind of medication or you may have a health condition to which that may conflict, you want to make sure you're being safe. Okay. Step 4. Can you believe we're already at step 4? Seed cycling. Old school, new magic. This is one of my favorite gentle hormone balancing practices. And again, there are some of us who do not have cycles anymore. And so these can be particularly helpful for us because even if we don't have a cycle, chances are you're still going through the monthly changes every single month until you get to the point to where you reach menopause. So you're still going to go through these phases. Days 1 to 4, a tablespoon of flaxseed plus a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds every day. Amazing. Then days 15 to 28, 1 tablespoon of sunflower seeds and 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds every day. Hormone balance. You can take those and you can use, like I have a Ninja food processor, a small one, and I chop up things really, really fine, and you can throw them in your smoothies. You can sprinkle them on your oatmeal, or you can even put them in salads if that's what you like. It is low-key easy, and it's surprisingly effective. Try that. I'd love to hear how it works out for you. On to step 5. Ditch the toxins, right? So toxins are hormone disruptors. And unfortunately, they are everywhere, from your plastic containers to your laundry detergent. So some easy ways to try to clean up some of those toxins will be to use glass or stainless steel instead of plastic. That includes your water bottles. Switch to cleaner period products, organic pads, organic tampons, or organic menstrual cups. And also simplify your skincare. Like, go for ingredients that you can pronounce, because if you can't pronounce it, you really shouldn't be putting it on your face. Okay. So, and those things tend to disrupt the hormones anyway. So because your hormones are already trying to play peacemaker. So let's not throw gas on the fire with these excess toxins. Like, nobody's got time for that. We're dealing with enough, okay? And finally, step 6. Sip on that time of the tea. Okay, let's talk about tea. Y'all know that I am a huge proponent of herbal teas and herbs being healing for us. And so this particular tea blend is not just about cute packaging or the cute name. It's relief in a mug. My daughter and I have gotten so much relief from this tea blend, and this is something that I formulated at home, began using, and I began giving it to various friends and family who were dealing with the same thing, and they were like, I never felt so good on my cycle, so much relief, so much energy. So that time of the is your go-to herbal blend during your luteal and your menstrual phases. It's crafted with some delicious red raspberry leaf, which tones the uterus and it eases those cramps like nobody's business. Some chamomile for calming that irritated inner gremlin. Ginger and cinnamon are in the mix there. It reduces inflammation. It helps with nausea and bloat. And lemon balm, it helps to support some mood and digestion. So those are just a few of the herbs that are in this magical blend that help give so much relief. I like to brew it in the evenings and allow it to sit for a bit and throw on my favorite fuzzy socks and have a little me time in my comfort corner, as my family calls my corner of the sofa. And a pro tip, start sipping on this like 3 to 5 days before your cycle actually starts. I promise you, your uterus will thank you. So don't wait until you're in pain, so you're chasing the pain. Like, try to get on top of it before it starts. All right, family. Now let's talk a little bit about tracking. Because real talk, tracking is everything, because this is going to be the only way that you're going to know the right moments, the key moments to start sipping that tea, to change your workouts, to change your diet just a bit. That's going to be the only way you're going to know which phase you're in. So you can use apps. Like I stated before, I ain't using no app because it ain't none of their business about my cycle. But if that's what you prefer, knock yourself out. So apps like Flow, Clue, or MyFlow are excellent for those who like that digital component. Or if you're like me and you like to go analog, use a good old journal. And this is what you should write down. You should write down the first day of your cycle. Write down your symptoms. So whether you had mood swings, bloating, cramps, whatever you felt, cravings, whatever you felt, write that down. Then you want to write down your energy levels, because that's going to, again, help you to define what phase you're actually in. And finally, you want to track what actually helped and what didn't help, because certain things do absolutely nothing. So that will be the way for you to be able to figure out when you should activate what part. Patterns will begin to show up as you track it, and you will become your own period detective. All right. And not to mention, the people around you who love you, they will thank you. And let's wrap this up, family, with your quick start period peace plan. Number 1, we're going to start eating a blood sugar friendly breakfast. Number 2, move with your cycle, not against it. Remember, we're putting in those exercises and those form of exercises that work best for whatever cycle period that we're in. Number 3, we're going to get some magnesium in our life. I have an amazing magnesium supplement that actually has calcium and D3 in it. I absolutely love it. Because all 3 of those things are things that I need. And again, magnesium is a supplement that many of us are deficient in, and so is vitamin D3 as well. But I digress. Start seed cycling this month. Those seeds are an amazing addition to all of this. Number 5, switch to cleaner, more hormone-friendly products. Because again, we do not need to be at battle with products in containers and stuff when we're already having these hormones going crazy inside of us. And finally, brew your that time of the tea like a ritual. And bonus, track that cycle like your wellness depends on it, because realistically it does. All right, my loves, that is it for today's episode. No more monthly mayhem. Your period doesn't have to feel like a punishment. When you start living in harmony with your hormones instead of fighting them, everything shifts. And we are all about shift. If you love this episode, share it with a friend who's been ready to throw her uterus out the window once a month, although that's not possible, but I know the feeling. Be sure to follow, rate, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. If you're listening on your favorite platform, or if you're watching this over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I love to have you a part of the Melanin Wellness family. And if you haven't already tried that time of the tea, you already know. It's linked in the show notes. And don't forget to leave a review, sip your tea, and be gentle with yourself. Your body is always talking, so let's start listening. Until next time, stay well, stay soft, and stay powerful, family. See you in the next one.